So, you all had a pretty uneventful sleep, more or less. Like you felt safe because of the crystalline like core that's in front of you. It seems to give off this aura that revitalizes you, and you can see just from waking up, stirring, that these individuals, these crystalline people, the Shard Mine, as their race is called, they seem to be like coalescing around it. It's as though it's their core. They're sharing, and this is just from overall acknowledging what they do and how they interact with one another, that they're all kind of like connected in a way. And so this core is more or less like the brain of every individual you see before you. And they're all just so pleased that it's no longer being munched upon. And they just form a nice circle around, and you can see that they're holding hands with one another, and they're just shaking and just swaying back and forth. And it's more or less a perimeter around your group as you're all in this divot, this crater where the crystal is jettisoning out. Does anyone react to this when you wake up?
I'll just wave, two-handed wave to all the people.
You get this overwhelming sense of gratitude wash over you.
This is what it's all about, boys.
Salvatore goes, I was Joe's first friend over here.
Joff looks at you and says, I have other friends in your mind.
First human friend, or first tabaxi friend, though, yeah?
Yep, first tabaxi friend, yes.
First tabaxi friend over here. Token tabaxi over here.
You watch Kai's cat go over and try to brush up between one of the legs, and it kind of like stiffens as the fur bristles on their skin, and it runs back, hops on Kai's shoulder.
I'll use Wild Shape to recast him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, more or less like he's dissipating as he runs back on your shoulder then. If you want him back. Okay. He starts to fade out, Avengers style, turning to dust, and you're like, no, wait. So using your Wild Shape, yeah, go ahead and mark that down. Laszlo, meanwhile, starts looking closer at the crystal and the elemental you all slain together. You guys go on ahead. I think I got a little research I want to do with these individuals and like how this all connects together. Like there's got to be something bigger here at play. He takes out his tools and he'll make a check just to see how.
Can I help him with that check?
It's alchemical supplies, so unfortunately not.
Just give him some. I'm just kidding.
You can roll a D4. We can add that.
This was an elemental?
No, I'm just good.
Would Salvatore be able to help with his elemental knowledge and supplies?
I mean, yes. You do still have the alchemical supplies that he provided, so you may make your own check if you like. It does have a lot to do with blood, your use of alchemical supplies, so maybe mixing your own blood with the remains of this elemental or the runestone crystalline core that's in front of you.
Okay, so I would use my alchemical supplies?
Yep.
Hey, Geoff, come here.
Not quite. So yeah, you take your time, but you don't seem to make any breakthroughs that he's looking for. And so Geoff walks over to Bruce.
Will you make sure that you watch our friend over here while he does his research?
Yes. Yes. And so, as well as a sense of gratitude, you also get this overwhelming feeling that they have learned something from this entire experience, that they can defend themselves. It seems as though Geoff, while you all were asleep, kind of like shared the entire experience with this core group. Dylan, would you mind muting yourself? We hear all your papers shuffling.
Sorry. Yeah.
No worries. And so Geoff, he raises his hand and he snaps his fingers, which sounds very grainy, as it's
Oh god.
stone. Yeah, it's like nails on a chalkboard type sound. And he snaps his finger, and you watch as 5 shard mines all kind of like form into a pile, and one turns into the shape of a leg, the other turns into a shape of a leg,
Oh my
the others
god.
turn into the shape of arms, and then Geoff steps up on these raised platforms that their bodies have created, and he forms the head.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
And he's as big as you were in your enlarged state.
Could you do that the whole time?
Mhm.
Or did you
No.
It's pretty messed up. You didn't help us, man.
I think you taught him that, Bruce. I think they got inspired by your size.
Oh yes, adoration. I should have known.
Yeah, he points at you, and you can see that as they were forming, Joff's head kind of like expands, and it has that cowl that you use in your same form. And so another shard mine walks over to Geoff and strikes a T-pose. And Geoff pulls up this individual and wields him like a great sword.
Oh yes. Perfect.
No doubt
Nice.
you'll be able to take care of our friend here. I'm glad I could have shown you the way.
Hope.
Hmm.
That's Batman. That's Superman. I mean,
Salvatore will
Totally-
whisper
Sidebar,
over to
I totally forgot that happened. Full on use him as a weapon.
I did until he just said it. It came back to me.
Mhm. Would you all like to do anything in particular?
So at this point, I guess I would just hop out of the crater and kind of just try to scout the surroundings. We've obviously drawn their attention. I wonder if we've drawn the attention of anything else. So I'd like to kind of take a look around.
Mm-mm.
You go ahead and make your investigation check. And as you do so, a couple of the shard mines accompany you, and you get the sense that they now have the means to protect themselves, and they have the means of reproduction. And so they're able to finally like create a habitable area out of these mines that were infested with these newcomers and different beings that were like crossing over this threshold back into civilization. And so from what you find throughout the area, everything of, well, human or like consumption for, fleshy beings isn't really available. It's all kind of been cleared out. But there's tons of, rock candy like structures. So things that you could see be used for very niche kind of aftermarket goods.
Salvatore would just like to mind meld with Giant Joff one last time and just ask him, it's like, was this the cause of all the earthquakes and disturbances?
No. And he points deeper, basically doing that whole spinning compass move. He goes this direction. Go. We protect little goblin.
Thank you, my friend. We will be on our way to stop the disturbances and save your tiny village.
Hope.
Yes. Oh. Yeah.
I'll follow Salvatore out as he exits this conversation, and just say like,
He totally was pretending to be me. Did you see that?
I saw that. I'm also afraid they might, if they organize, they could be a problem. I don't want to stop them. I hope their good nature comes through. But if they wanted to, it seems in giant Voltron Joff could be an issue on the surface.
I mean, at least we know we'll be on the right side of things.
Yeah.
I trust the crystal people.
I trust Joff.
I mean,
I think they want to. They
I'm
want
Joff's
to
best friend. So I mean, of course,
protect their crystal.
Yeah. The more that you say that, the more I realize that this city's probably doomed. They're gonna form up into they're gonna become monsters eventually.
Yes, I am. That's the only thing I'm concerned with. It's perhaps they get angry and start thinking thoughts they shouldn't. But that is a job for other adventurers. We simply want to stop the earthquakes.
We
could
will
totally
save.
derail the main storyline and cause an uprising.
I mean, that's what we want, right? I mean, screw the patriarchy.
Or we could, we could get rid of all the elementals with them. Oh, I mean, no, that's my own part. Never mind. Let's continue on our way.
Yeah, well, if there's going to be any city for us to play around in at all, we're going to have to take care of this portal.
Yeah, let's get this mansion going.
Exactly.
Oh, fellas, I'm gonna stick around, but I want you to have these potions that I crafted. So I've had this one for a while, but I think you guys can make better use of it. The potion of greater healing. I dropped it on the ground and now it's gone. So, whoops.
It broke.
More or less, it didn't appear. So let me just.
I don't sense any planar rifts around here. What?
Also, I made
Yep.
a couple of normal healing potions just for your convenience, expending my spell slots. So, please, think of me when you chug these bad boys. And it'll drop, set them for whoever wants to grab them. So with your token selected, you can walk up to one of them and grab it.
Bruce, why don't you get the greater healing potion?
Yeah, I was going to say, I usually end up passing out, so if it's cool.
Perhaps someone else should have it so we could pour it down your throat.
So who didn't grab one? So there was 3 total.
I didn't see any.
Oh, I grabbed one.
I took the greater.
I got one of the regular ones.
Okay, so Laszlo will walk up to Salvatore, and I save the best for last. See, I've had this one for a while, and I think you can make real good use of it. If you want to pick that one up,
I still don't see it.
It's in
it's
the
right in front of you.
It's in this bush.
It disappeared. So let me just put one in your inventory. I got you covered.
What is it?
Put it in my pocket.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
very, very cool.
I don't think you had one before that though, but it was a potion of invisibility.
Ooh. Thank you for the sneaky juice.
Sneaky juice.
Thank you for being such a good healer. I don't know what we'd do without you.
We're going to find out because we're going to be without them.
That's 100% right.
Oh, speaking of
I'll
that,
probably catch up. I'll catch up.
We're gonna go find out if we can do it without you.
Don't worry. I'll meet you, let's just say you guys take a break. I'll be able to catch up more or less. I've been working on these goggles that track footprints, and I put a tracker on one of the potions. You never know which one, but that's fine.
Oh,
Wait, is it in the potion? If we drink it, we're going to drink the tracker?
Yeah, it's like a microchip.
you must have just watched Rat Race.
It sounds like a good movie.
A classic. Smash Mouth, isn't it?
Well, I don't want to get my mouth smashed. So you guys have a great time. I'm gonna do researchy things.
All right, and don't you worry, the crystal people have your back.
He starts patting his back. Where?
All right.
And you can, as you all are walking and moving on, you can see Laszlo's having one on, dozens conversations. He's kind of talking to himself, just having intellectual conversations where he's mouthing what they're speaking. Yeah, crazy people stuff.
I'll never understand all that mind melding stuff.
No, you simply have to be intelligent, my friend. It's not that hard. I, for one, have a very big brain.
Really?
Almost as big as his mouth.
Yes, if you recall, I was the first to mind meld in the group.
I thought it meant you were the most easily moldable of the minds.
It's possible that could be true. But, however, my intelligence is without question.
I don't know about if intelligence is as important as just having an open mind.
Is this not the same thing? Having an open mind is part of being intelligent.
It's a part of it, definitely. But I think It is different.
Perhaps.
But let us continue on.
Let's go the way Joff pointed.
Mm-mm. Into the arbitrary direction.
Into the general northeast direction from where we are.
There's a sign on the edge of the cave. It just says Joff's Point Way.
Okay, go ahead, move your tokens.
Oh, can we ask? Does Joff know how close we are, or just the general direction?
Yes. Let me pull out measurement.
Don't be
Think,
embarrassed. We've all done it. We've all
yeah.
done it.
140 feet.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Joff.
Yes. About 4 rounds combat. Yes.
Mm.
I
We
mean, that's,
appreciate you, Joff.
that's not that far. Do you just want to come with us?
I
think he wants to
practice.
protect.
Yes. I protect.
Okay.
Hope.
All right, that's
Hope.
Oh, okay. It feels like a cop-out word at this point.
So which
We
way
have
did
my
he
cat,
point?
don't worry.
Actually, which way was he pointing?
The way
This way.
Salvatore's you're going.
That way. Okay. All right, I will round the.
I'll
crater.
teleport you. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh.
What is this?
So as you walk through this tight corridor, you can see that there's a lot of stonework that seems to be man-made or dwarven-made, from judging by the architecture. And so as the masonry gets nicer and nicer, you notice that there's a giant boulder that has tons of runes and inscriptions etched into it, just in front of a doorway.
Nobody touch it.
Is anyone good with runes?
What kind of?
Laszlo, I think.
What kind of?
Who needs him?
I'll give it a look.
Sure. What languages do you speak?
Aquan and Common. I think that's it.
It'd be a shame if you knew Dwarven.
Common, Elvish, and Gnomish.
It's most likely Dwarven.
And Druidic.
Yeah, I
What
guess none of you know
doth it say?
Dwarvish.
I'm pretty sure.
I know Dwarvish.
Alonso, this
I
might be
can read that.
Dwarvish.
All right, Alonso, give us
Give me
a
a second.
literacy check.
Hey, I'm a 10 intelligence, all right? Hey,
All right.
I'm average.
Alonso, do you know how to read?
Absolutely. I just really wasn't looking. I was looking everywhere but the boulder.
Is this thing floating, or is it just in the ground?
Oh, it's just kind of in the ground, like a crater. It's almost as though each time an inscription was carved into it, it must have gotten heavier.
Wow.
What does it say?
Make a history check. As you begin reading through the lines, you can see where it starts and where it stops. And so in Dwarvish, you read, I'm caused by faults, but no one has done anything wrong.
Caused by faults. It's got to be an earthquake.
A tremor?
Yeah. Does anybody know the Dwarvish word for earthquake?
Alonso?
I say it. I say the Dwarvish word for earthquake.
Okay, yeah, the door opens, because you said it in Dwarvish. It almost sounded like an earthquake, too.
God, that's a good feeling.
Bruce, you're so good at
Epic music
riddles.
plays.
I imagine Alonso would have said it though, like why am I saying that word? Like, like what do you mean? Like not figuring it out.
And the music stops. Great. So do you guys proceed forth? It looks as though you're entering in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're entering into what appears to be like a laboratory.
Ooh. Is there light inside?
Some. Yeah, you're able to see somewhat.
Okay.
Is this the Sage's laboratory?
Mm-hmm.
We suspect.
And you feel as though the elemental draw of this earthen plane is getting stronger and stronger, especially when you cross through the threshold. It's almost as though the gravity itself has starting to get denser, and it seems to pull you down, but there's also like this sense of like neutralization as you cross over this threshold.
Could I look for the closest thing I could like get down behind? I want to sneak inside, like kind of scout ahead if possible.
What
Sure.
the hell is this?
It looks like an elemental lab.
I'm gonna go check it out a bit.
I think I've been teleported somewhere beyond where I was supposed to be.
What do you see?
A bunch of crystals. and a
Oh,
flute.
Shit.
oh, okay. That's just a puzzle room coming up. Don't worry about it. This is where your other character is.
Oh my god, that's an out-of-body experience. I think we're
Stay
gonna have
with
to do
us
some
a
puzzles
while.
soon.
What
Yeah,
did
you
you
get-
see?
These hot
Puzzles.
flashes.
Fucking puzzles.
Puzzles everywhere, man.
Oh,
Is this the door we just came through? Right here? Or is that
yeah,
a different door?
this is the door you came through. You came through
Oh,
this
okay.
like corridor here.
Gotcha.
And so as you come around the corner, you hear booming rumbles and bright flashes of light coming from this direction. You also see that through this doorway, underneath the cracks and crevices, there are more flashes of light. But Bruce, because you're scouting ahead, just give us a stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see anything, so I'll
I
just
would-
go ahead and reset real quick.
I would actually like to say I would be joining
Oh.
him on this the
Can't
stealth
see any.
ranging.
Yeah, just go ahead and refresh.
May I stealth up as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not being stealthy, but I'm behind them.
Bruce is like sneaking around. I come up behind him like, hey, we're trying to be sneaky,
oh my
right?
God, Jesus Christ.
So you all turn this corner, and you see a nondescript door directly to your right, as well. I guess no, that's your left. And then you see two corridors this way. One that leads, I guess, southward, and then one that also leads westward. But you see arcs of what appears to be lightning coming from this direction.
Yeah, definitely want to try
Right.
and go with Bruce to get a better look at that.
Yeah, I want to peek my little eyeballs around that corner.
Okay, go as far as you dare. Ooh. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Okay, we'll make a dexterity saving throw then.
Is there a wall? Oh shit!
Yeah, if you could see it and you get too close, boom, you dodge out of the way just as lightning arcs out, striking at you as you cross this threshold here.
I do a backflip.
It's amazing.
Guys.
Everybody watches.
Don't go any further.
That was sick, Bruce.
Was it just on the floor, or did something like lash out?
Make a perception check, because you got a good glimpse as the lightning striked. Unfortunately, you didn't see the source of it. But I would like everyone to make a initiative check.
Oh shit!
This is just for order of operations.
Where's
And yeah, Alonso, you watched this happen. Bruce, a little bit quicker than you. You were able to get a good glimpse of what might have, caused this lightning. So you can also make a perception check. Unfortunately, you didn't see the source as well. But those of you in the back, Kai and Salvatore, you can make an intelligence check. Because you watch this lightning strike in the distance, maybe you can understand exactly what caused it.
Am I smart? Not really.
No, but Salvatore's rounding up the pack. And so he notes that there must be like a lightning rod that is discharging something of that nature. And it seems to be at a rhythm or a pulse. And so each and every one of you have an initiative roll. This is out of context, but Gauging the initiative itself is when the lightning strikes. So let's just say we're in combat, so to speak. And so at a particular number and initiative, the lightning might strike.
Oh shit.
Mm-mm.
That's just, yeah, to help put it in perspective. But there are multiple paths to go. So let's just say you wanted to go this way, that way, or to the riddle room that Alonso saw in his his state of mind.
Is there anything visible from like in that room with the like where he got shocked, like some kind of node or anything like that?
Yeah. And from what you understood Salvatore kind of like putting in perspective, you can see that there must be like a lightning rod right here.
I'm gonna try to throw my hammer at it.
Yeah, that
Can
seems to be
we-
the center where it's arcing from. What's up, Kai?
Can we see it?
Yeah, you guys can see it.
See... Yeah, okay.
Those with dark vision specifically can see it.
I would like to throw my hammer at it.
Okay. But when lightning strikes, it's definitely illuminated. So you could wait for the lightning to strike to do something as well. So go ahead and throw your hammer if you like.
Okay. From a distance, from 20 feet.
Nice.
Yeah, and so you toss your hammer and it strikes it, and it lets out this reverberal sound that just sounds like a gong being hit. Ding! And as your hammer comes back, another lightning strike happens. It doesn't seem to have done any damage whatsoever to this rod.
Damn. I'll move towards the other hallway.
I just like the idea of watching him throw his hammer at it, and you're just like, damn. And you walk away.
I just want to get eyes down these ways in case there's anything else.
What do you
Okay.
see, Bruce?
So this is Bruce's turn. We're in an initiative. But just after Alonso's hammer hit it, you note that there was another lightning strike.
Yeah.
And then Bruce is now walking away.
Yeah. Did I see anything?
How far are you heading?
I mean, I'm just going by like my token vision. Let's say right here.
Okay. You find 2 doors. One of
Okay.
which is left ajar on accident.
On accident.
Yeah, more or less I forgot to close it. But now it's
Oh.
open.
I can't see anything. Not from there.
Oh yeah, you don't have any dark vision either.
I don't. 35. Yeah. Okay. I'll walk back.
Also, for the most part, there are several torches that are emitting a unnatural glow, as though they're illuminated by... Here, I'll even light them up. By arcane magic. And here's the lightning source from before. Can you guys see those?
I can't see anything else.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, they must be kind of far. Let's see. You see that torchlight?
There's a torch by the door that we're standing
Yeah,
here.
torch behind you.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's no like light animation. It's
Right.
just the torch on the map.
Yeah, this torch is unnatural. It's not like a flame type of fire. It's more like a light switch almost.
Okay.
Like a light switch?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
This is a
Was
laboratory.
it on the whole time?
Yeah. So you can see at least that torch as well as the surrounding area.
Mm-mm.
And so Bruce comes back revealing that there's 2 doors directly this way.
There's nothing down that hallway.
There's nothing down the hallway.
Nothing that's dangerous. I mean,
Okay.
I should have clarified.
You found a void?
No, just 2 more doors.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if there's anything else in this room. But
Oh, I think everybody froze. Check, check. Test.
Just you and me, though.
Yeah, something happened.
Oh,
We're back.
holy shit.
I was gone for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Did that
Okay.
reset for everybody?
Yeah, whenever one person disconnects or refreshes, it actually refreshes our entire video
Okay.
server. So that's interesting. I'm gonna see if there's a workaround for that.
Mm.
But Kai, it's now your go. Is there anything that you'd like to do?
I would like to pour out a water skin and use shape water to push the water towards the lightning rod and try to make like a puddle around the lightning rod without getting close to it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and cast shape water, and you can move your square of water. If not, I can move it for you. And so, as you're casting it and swirling it around, it's in the dead of darkness. And so you push it forward, anticipating lightning to strike, and this bubble of water is now kind of like coalescing and curving through this darkened path. Great, so that's where you want to leave it, directly on top of the rod?
Yes.
Okay. So lightning strikes directly through the water, and you can see it bubble within, and it just kind of like dissipates just before hitting the rod itself.
Like evaporates?
Yeah, it essentially like expands through the water, and just before it can hit the rod itself and expand outward, it just loses all power. It just extinguishes.
Ooh.
Now would be a good time to go, Salvatore.
So it doesn't fire.
Yep. So long as that water was there, yeah. But the water itself also dissipates, so the water's gone.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
But it's almost as though as soon as he did that, the timing was just right to where the lightning struck as soon as the water was directly above that rod.
Mm-mm.
And we don't know how frequently it's striking yet.
Well, it struck right before my turn.
In between Alonso and your turn, and then right after my turn.
Which is 1 minute. Well, how many minutes per turn?
6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I can make that. No. Can with my dark vision, am I able to see anything of like that might be like a switch or anything like that? Can I make an investigation?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. But with your dark vision, you still need light to like see accurately. More or less, like you have a graying sense of vision, so you still need light. Like you can't like see in the dark. You don't have like night vision, for example. But you do note that from the light you're given, that there is a wall here, and that the pathway itself curves westward or eastward. Sorry, that's what you can tell. If you had like a light source that you could toss, you'd be able to maybe see around the corner, or, you know, get a good idea when the lightning actually strikes. You'd be able to see around the corner.
Okay.
You also notice with that perception check, as well as your cat-like keen hearing, that lightning kind of resounds from this hallway as well. Past the door.
Whew. Okay. Well. I only have a tinderbox. I don't even have a torch, so I don't even know if I could figure that out. Does anyone have a torch?
I have torches.
Yeah. Let's grab one of his torches and toss it in the room.
Okay, so you get the idea that having a light source, you know, external would definitely help you understand like the path you would need to take to be safe. Like you don't want to get struck by lightning, who would? So you take a torch and you toss it into the darkness, and I'll make one for you.
Thank you.
Can you see it?
Yep, but it is literally only illuminating the area I could already see.
Yeah. Well, there are still angles. Like, this is a wall, but for the sake of brevity, that wall is right there.
Mm-mm. Okay. Okay.
I'll even move this wall up a bit. It's kind of low anyway.
Oh.
Oh, that makes much more sense.
Yeah, that probably helps.
Okay.
All right. Well, that probably used a bit of my turn. So Salvatore is just going to ready himself after the next lightning strike to go for that door.
Okay. In terms of like rules, like you can't ready movement. You can ready an action.
Yeah.
And you went ahead and
So you actually can. I looked it up the other day. You can, but if you want to make that a house rule, you can. It's up to you, man. I just actually looked it up because
I was just gonna play it as is, how I'm imagining it. You could totally dash. We'll say that is your readied action. I'm curious myself.
So like for the sake of time, like I don't like not much of my time has been wasted waiting for the lightning bolt or throwing the torch.
Yeah, you threw the torch, so somebody else can make the dash if they choose.
Okay, well if they don't want to, then I'll do it on my next turn then. After the lightning bolt strikes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Salvatore, there are other routes we can take. We don't have to go down the lightning-filled hallway.
Salvatore stretches.
And yes, you could totally make that dash, without an action. We'll say it is, because I did a quick Google search, and yeah, that's totally feasible. So however you'd like to proceed, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, okay, so like I have time to make it to that door without the lightning bolt striking me, from what Salvatore knows.
Yes. However, that door is currently closed, as far as you can tell.
Huh. Okay. Now you're giving me all these heebie-jeebies.
Puzzles are fun.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I can pick the door if it's locked, and I can run super fast.
Do you have thieves' tools?
I think so.
I do.
You have 0 thieves' tools in your inventory. I think.
I just have proficiency.
I could lend Bruce my thieves' tools if he really wants to make that run.
No, I got thieves' tools.
I put those there to demonstrate you can use them, but if you notice, there's a 0 next to them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
As a god, I'm very skittish around lightning. Here, Bruce. Please.
At first, I was afraid. No, I'm not.
First, I was afraid. I was
Are you
petrified.
petrified?
I fucking did.
Jinx.
The second it came out of my mouth, I knew it.
From my calculations, I think I have about 12 seconds, so I could dash there and I could try to get the door open just in case. It might be open. I don't know.
By my calculations, if you don't make it back, you will die.
I'm used to it.
Let's tie a rope to his waist so we can drag
I
his corpse back
swoon.
and show it to his family.
That's a great idea.
Okay, so that was Salvatore's turn. Alonso, is there anything you'd like to do?
I'd honestly like to head down the other hallway, see what's down the way that Bruce didn't go.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, overall, like, your party members are trying to find ways through this hallway. It seems encouraging that there's lightning for whatever reason. So you
I just want to look around for other methods, but
yeah.
Oh, gee.
No intelligence check for that insight. So yeah, go ahead and move about the cabin. Where would you like to go? You can use your full movement. You could dash. I'll put you there. That gave you a little boost because you got short legs.
Aww.
Is there do I see anything down the end at the end of this hallway?
Yeah, glancing, you can see a door there. And from what Bruce told you, there's 2 doors this way.
But everything's heading the opposite direction of the lightning doors.
Yeah. Damn
Looking
lightning
about it,
doors.
It's probably
Have we tried these doors over here? The ones up to our north there?
No one's attempted that door, no.
There's no lightning on those doors.
Maybe there's a way around the lightning.
yeah, but
Yeah,
everybody knows the good stuff is behind the lightning.
All right, you know what? Listen,
It's a trap for a reason.
All right, I will help you with this, Bruce. I don't know how I'll do this. Is there a way I could maybe like swing the door open for us to like run through after he unlocks it? Like if I run with him, like I can be like help it make us go faster and get through there.
Make a insight check. With his hands on the thieves' tools and already picking the lock, like he would actually be quicker to open it.
Okay.
I'm very fast.
Yeah, I mean Alonso's out of ideas. Honestly, at this point I'm kind of stuck. That's why I'm trying to go around the lightning because I don't know.
Wait, can you just tie this rope around my waist?
Yeah, I'm good with ropes. Sure.
A good strong knot.
Can I assist? Oh, he's
Is
got it.
indeed a strong knot.
It's a
Yeah,
good
no
sailor's
problems.
knot.
Hog tied.
Hold
I
on.
had. Wait, I have 35 feet of rope, so I hope that's enough.
It'll get
I'll
you
t- I'll
halfway
t-
around the corner.
I'll tie my rope onto the end of that rope.
I think it's long enough. Yeah, it's like 30 feet. Maybe. Fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Alonso, nothing else you'd like to do on your turn?
Sorry, I got nothing. Yeah, I'm out. I got nothing. I'm just gonna kind of wait for Bruce and kind of try to help him as much as I can.
Yep. Before Bruce, you have this rope about you, right? It was tied to you?
My waist, yeah.
Yep. You hear a thunder strike. And it resounds throughout the room. The entire room is
Perfect.
illuminated.
Perfect timing. Let's go.
Okay, make your way.
I'll dash. All right, so I can get there with my full movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try the door.
Door opens.
Oh, what do I see?
I'll reveal this wall. More or less, like, try not to reveal
More
too
hall-
much. Yeah.
More
It's a
holes.
hallway, and it splits left and right.
It's a dead end.
Okay.
You can see another lightning rod that's illuminating,
Damn it.
ready to discharge.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'll stay in this hall here, right by this doorway.
Okay,
Hopefully
make a intelligence check.
Oh, intelligence. Oh wait, where the fuck is intelligence? Oh, it's on my character sheet. Just flat intelligence.
Mhm.
I was looking for my skills.
Yeah, you can, with a shadow of a doubt, you can glimpse that like these 6 squares roughly are all safe from lightning.
Okay, so I'll yell back. I'll be like,
Just wait for it to crack and then move your ass.
Okay, Kai, it's now your go.
Oh, jeez. I have no idea what I want to do in this situation. I definitely don't want to run. But I will do the same thing and use a water skin to make a bubble around the lightning rod in case anyone does want to run.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
So
go
use
ahead
my
and
shape. make.
make that square for you. Too big.
Okay.
It grows in size.
Wobble wobble. And it grows in size.
Wobble wobble.
Oh no, 2 of them.
Oh, there's 2.
That's fine. That's good. Great. So you have it basically rotating around. However, did you have a second water skin? Because the water that was evaporated doesn't come back.
Oh, I was thinking I had 4 charges on my water skin. I didn't know how that translated.
I mean, it's up to 5 feet of water. And we didn't really specify how much water you used. So how much water do you think you would have used?
How much water is in a water skin? Like a gallon?
Not 5 feet, that's for sure.
Not
I
5
think
feet.
water skin's like
How big is the lightning rod? Is it like
I
a
think it's a half.
The lightning rod itself is probably from your foot to your knee. That size.
Hey, got a rod for you.
Like the size of a third leg, roughly.
So how much would it have taken to cover that?
That's
And
up to
so-
you.
Well, if I did it the first time, that's why I'm wondering if I would
Yeah,
have any
but well,
left over.
Yeah, that's because you're trying to do it a second time. So
Can
I'm
I
just
half
trying
and
to...
half and half it.
Okay,
that fair?
so you used half of your water skin and now you're using the remaining half?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Make a nature check, because this deals with the elements. The natural elements. Water versus lightning.
Fun fact: water skin is 4 pints. So
4
half a
pints.
gallon.
So you can fit a lot of beer in there.
Half a gallon.
So, yeah, you think that doing 2 fractions of your water skin is more than adequate. And you could also use your own blood if you choose.
How many pints can I draw from my own blood?
You'll have to prick yourself for 1d4 damage.
Okay. I'll consider that next time.
Yeah. So using the remainder of your water skin, yes, it is an adequate amount to absorb the lightning. And you have it readied for whoever wants to run next, just in case?
Yeah. Yes.
You're not making the run yourself?
Salvatore, are you gonna make this run?
You know it.
The- All right, then I'm running.
Okay, so both of you are running then.
Oh,
So dramatic.
Oh,
Boop, beep, boop.
I'm literally sitting there like counting on my fingers, like trying
Yeah.
to like figure out like when to go.
And so, yeah, as you count down, basically on cue, knowing the rhythm of it so far, it strikes and it literally goes through this water and it just kind of like dissipates inside of it. Just before the thunder sounds, it's kind of like, and the water evaporates.
May I run?
You did not specify.
You're right. I did.
So we're back to Salvatore. You had readied your run, so what would you like to do?
Salvatore's going to take his time to observe if there's any difference in timing in the lightning rod in the room to the east of him.
Yeah, go ahead and make a intelligence check. It's difficult to tell. You were too focused on running to understand the rhythm of these particular lightning rods and their own striking. And so you might feel it necessary to wait, but you could also take the chance.
Salvatore's going to find what he thought was necessary to be true and wait.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else you'd like to do then? Or are you just going to wait in the safe zone? Bruce kind of like says, like, don't pass this line. And so it's more or less like these squares here. Or these squares. There's lightning arcing behind you and in front of you.
Ooh, he's going to just look about the area in the safe zone and see if there's anything important.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check. Nothing.
Makes sense. All right, he'll leave first turn.
All right, Alonso.
Sprinting through.
Okay, go for it. Are you dashing?
Is it? Yeah, I guess I have to because it's more than 25. So yeah, I
Mhm.
dash.
And you're waiting in the safe area, or you keep going?
Mhm. Stay in the safe area.
Yep, you can definitely glimpse, thanks to the torchlight that's coming around this corner here. There are multiple lightning rods, and they all have this eerie glow to them, and you can see one in the distance as well.
Do I notice anything about the magic of these rods that may be manipulatable?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm so good at those.
Nope, no clue.
Woof.
All right, Bruce, it's your go.
All right. I just want to get eyes down this hallway. Is this appear to be the other side of the door? I'm assuming because the hallway goes down that way.
Yeah, so right now you're at like a crossroads of sorts, so there's a perpendicular road or walkway that goes this direction. And then you just came from this doorway here.
Right. Yeah, I meant that north door that we didn't take. It looks like it just wraps around this
Yes,
hallway.
it does look like it wraps around. Yep.
We could have just used the door, is what you're saying.
But there's also
lightning
lightning coming
there.
from that direction too.
Oh, okay.
One
Okay.
or the other. I want to wait for this. Has this one cracked?
It had cracked just before you anticipated. Basically the same timing as the last one.
Perfect. Grip it and rip it.
And I want to haul ass over to this little area over here.
Okay. Yeah, you see before you a door.
What is this thing?
The door. And it seems to have something inscribed upon it.
I read Gnomish Elvish.
Yeah, you start skimming through it, and there's not enough light, unfortunately. Your eyes aren't really adjusted to the flickering light behind you, and it's just kind of just out of view, but from what you can tell, it is dwarvish as well.
Damn it. All right. I guess I'll spark a torch for some light.
Okay.
I only have 6 of these left, boys.
All right,
I'll,
so that's your go?
Yeah, I'll just shout out to Alonso, be like,
Hey, I need you to come read this.
All right.
Is there lightning there?
Yeah, just like last time. Grip it and rip it.
Great.
So we're back to Kai. What would you like to do?
We have not. I don't think I've seen this lightning go off at all, have I?
Not since you've crossed this threshold. But go ahead and make an intelligence check of your own.
Okay. Oh, that was a save. So don't add that +3, I guess.
Yeah, same with Salvatore. You kind of like lock eyes with him. And it's like, do we wait or do we go? And both of you are a little too unsure, and you don't want to get struck by lightning. Simple as that.
No, we do not. Okay, I'm gonna hold up for a second and then ready. What did Salvatore do? Ready to run.
Okay, sounds good. So that would be your turn. We're back to Salvatore, but before Salvatore's turn, you hear and you see the thunder strike. My sound effect's not working, so it goes like
Ooh.
right there.
And I can only tell that one, not the one to the far east.
Make a perception check because you're probably looking in this direction, right?
Mm-hmm. Perception is over here.
Yeah, with your eyesight and your feline acute sense of hearing, it was obviously very loud, and so you had to like cringe a bit at it. But looking forward, you saw that this one struck, as well as this one struck, and the one behind you kind of resounded at the same time.
Ooh, I guess Salvatore is gonna make a mad dash all the way to the east.
Okay.
ooh, yeah.
then tuck into this alcove here.
Sure. So this alcove, you look on the ground and it seems to be some kind of inscription.
Ooh. Can Salvatore attempt to read the inscription?
Yeah, make a investigation check.
All right. Oh.
Well, you'll notice that the runes are very distinct in that they're dwarvish, and so you can't quite read them, but you do understand that they're of an arcane nature, and they seem to be used as, like, teleportation.
Oh. Okay.
But they are not active at the moment.
Okay. It would have been my full movement to make it there, right? And also investigate. So yeah.
If you wanted to use your feline agility, it would have taken you a dash actually to get right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're kind of like huffing, out of breath.
Yeah,
So
he'll Salvatore just hug himself against the far wall here and hope he doesn't get struck.
yeah, like literally like all the way back against, kind of like in the corner. All right, Alonso, it's your go.
Okay, I'm gonna just head towards Bruce. He said need my help, so I'm gonna just come around the corner as fast as I can. 10, 15, 20, 25.
Mhm.
Can I see?
Yeah, you're looking at this door, and you could definitely read that it's dwarvish. He's holding the torchlight up to it just to give you a little better idea. And so what it reads is, I can move things even though I can't be seen, but I am not the wind.
I can move things even though I
Yeah,
can't.
I say it out loud, but I'm like, I've definitely put a question mark at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever listened to Prince? That's pretty moving.
I mean, I don't really like royalty, so I don't really try to listen to them all that much.
He's big in my city. Move something, but I'm not the wind. What else can you move? Can you read it again?
What was the first part?
The thing. I can move things even though I can't be seen, but I'm not the wind.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, that's the only thing that comes to mind for me, like your emotions or you're moved by a piece of artwork or something like that. I know
Yeah, I got nothing.
I brood a lot, and I seem like I'm kind of a hard ass, but like I'm kind of soft on the inside, you know.
Oh.
Do you want to hear my backstory?
I mean, yeah, as long as you listen to mine.
Thunder's crashing behind you. Yeah, it was like, you want to hear my backstory?
Well, just for the sake of turn order,
Yeah.
can we mull on the riddle?
Yeah, this is now your go, Bruce.
Well, shit. I kind of want to figure this out, but I'm basically just gonna sit here and deliberate. I move things, but I cannot be seen, and I'm not the wind.
What's the dwarvish word for speeches?
I say speeches in Dwarvish.
Nothing happens.
I say
Is that an
love.
action?
Nothing happens.
All right. I'm out. And I will step back into the lightning and remember that's there. I'm like, oh, hold on.
Bruce, make a
Yeah,
flat
can I get a
intelligence check.
for a hint.
Yeah, flat intelligence.
Oh no, it was almost an 18.
Yeah. There's a lot of dwarvish words, and you only heard so few.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I mean, I'm gonna spend my turn figuring this out, so
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know if you want to move on, and I could just keep thinking.
That's good. Kai, it's your go.
I'm gonna run over by Alonso and Bruce.
Go for it.
Run, 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 run. Hey, what do we got over here, guys?
What moves you?
Passion.
What's a dwarf's word for passion?
Alonso knows it, and unfortunately, nothing happens.
Passiono. DM's inspiration.
Does it work that way?
Does it refresh the riddle?
Yeah, can we get a new riddle?
New riddle. I will say that there's if you were to read further, like there's more than just one inscription on the door too.
Oh, well,
that'd be
yeah, read
helpful.
more.
Thanks,
Well, I mean-
Alonso.
This is all happening in like 6-second increments. So if you
Oh,
choose to
okay.
read more, yeah, it would be on your turn.
Oh, I see. I
Gotcha.
see. Okay.
Yeah, he's not like speed reading. Alonso's a little slow too. No offense.
Could I have had Bruce's turn to read?
Yeah. All right. So that's Kai's go.
No. Okay. Oh, there he is.
So right after Kai runs up, you hear another, and you see it as well, Salvatore, right in front of you. It doesn't touch you though.
Oh, okay. I see this doorway to the west, right? Or the east.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Right? So I'm gonna run towards that door and see if I can open.
It is currently sealed shut. Think of it like two stone slabs stuck together, and you can see an inscription, which appears to be Dwarvish.
All right. Salvatore knows he doesn't know Dwarvish, and he dashes back to his little hidey hole.
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
then he shouts out to his friends, "There's a portal over here, and also a door that has Dwarvish writing on it."
Yeah, same.
I don't read Dwarvish.
All right. Back to Alonso. Are you reading the door for more?
But yeah, that's all. That's all I'm gonna be doing. Trying to figure out more.
I'm measured on a special scale, but I don't weigh anything.
Hmm.
I say justice.
Nothing. You shoot an arrow at it.
That was a really good answer, though.
Justice. You have to say it in a gravelly voice for it to work.
I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, could you try saying it like that, like justice?
I say it like justice.
Mm-hmm. And it's Dwarvish too, so it comes out. Yes. All right. So make an intelligence check, just a flat one, Alonso. Yeah, you get the feeling that there's a theme to this laboratory. And you've solved one of these riddles before.
What was the first one again? I already forgot.
It was fuck. I forgot too. Oh no. It was
Earthquake.
yeah, Earth. Yeah,
All right.
that was it.
Mm-hmm. So you can say a word if you choose.
Richter.
No. Tremor?
It's on a scale.
Yeah, right.
That's a good one.
Oh man. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. So just before or after Alonso says Richter, the lightning crashes behind you and the thunder emanates, bouncing off of the entire hallway. It was the wrong answer. But Bruce, go ahead and make a investigation check because you're good at these.
Sick. I'm actually not very good at these yet. I'm
Not
working
yet.
on it.
Yeah. This is how you learn. But yeah, there's just a lot of words in the Dwarven language, and you've only heard a few.
I mean, I'm thinking when it says measured in scales, it makes me think of like a snake or a dragon. What's a dwarf's word for snake?
Snake.
Nothing happens.
Son of a bitch.
Kai, you're here as well. You can make an investigation check yourself.
I'm gonna make an investigation check. Let's see.
This is really fun, by the way. And I'm not saying that sarcastically.
Puzzles are great.
It sounded
yeah.
sarcastic. Yes.
So Kai, you've heard a dwarven word that references Earth. You've heard it quite recently.
Barack?
It was the word you heard before entering into this laboratory.
Is it the same one? Tremor? Earthquake?
And so you rattle through your mind and you say it with such a bad dialect, not knowing Dwarvish yourself, but you say the dwarven word for earthquake, and the door opens.
It was the same word.
What the hell?
What a lazy password. It's Earthquake 1.
The worst two-factor authentication I've ever heard.
And so the tempest of the hallway ends behind you, but this threshold, upon entering, you are subjected to this strong, earthy scent. And on your left, or in front of you, there seems to be this boreal forest. And I'll give you some light that just kind of like illuminates before you. Partially submerged in the shallow, murky water are 3 bear statues. And then on the opposite side are 3 frog statues. And they're facing one another in a horizontal line. So it appears, and this is Kai, you may make a nature check or perception check. Your choice.
Let's go. I think they're the same.
So you note that there's 2 regions, and the bears are on one region and the frogs are another. They're different ecosystems. One must be the swamp, and that's where the frogs are. The other must be the forest, and that's where these bears are. But
Do I notice...
Oh, I was just going to say, with that check, you also noticed that the frogs are currently in the forest section, and the bears are currently in the swamp section.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, do I see anything that's out of place?
Mm-hmm. And that's your go. So you all are taking in this scene right now. And we'll come back. So, Salvatore, you hear the sound of doors opening just after the lightning strikes. And you noticed your friends heading in that direction once before.
Salvatore's gonna make a mad dash that way.
Okay. Yeah, and you make it just before the next lightning crashes down. And you're in a huff, but you catch up to your friends. And you see before you 3 bears that are all hanging out in this swampy, acrid area. And 3 frogs that happen to be in a alternate area.
Salvatore huffs and puffs and tells them about the what he believes to be a circle of transportation and a door to another area to the east. And then he says, "What's with those bears?
They're on the wrong side.
Perhaps we should move them."
They want to be in the forest.
What do they look like they're made out of?
They appear to be statues, but they have like a nice like oil-based paint on them to give them color. It's like wooden statues. So, and at first glance, you think that they're easily liftable.
All right. Who wants to move one?
It's not my turn.
Yep. So that was Salvatore's go. So Alonso, walking up into the area, there's many things. You can walk up to anything you'd like.
Oh, goodness gracious. What are these here trees? They're right
So some
here.
of
I have
the
to go for
trees that
those.
stick out seem to be, well, fungi and plants. Things that look and appear edible or usable in alchemical research. It's almost as if, you know, someone in your party was meant to find these and use them for certain research.
All right. I'm grab like a piece of the branch off this thing, like I break it off and toss it towards one of the statues.
Okay. Yeah, it easily snaps off, and as you toss it to the statue, it impacts it, and it wobbles just a slight amount. They're easily liftable, even by you with like very poor strength. You don't tell anybody about it. You look bulky. But yeah, you got that -1. Oh, that's terrible.
I'm
But
gonna
you
try
could
to-
totally pick that up. Yeah.
Where did Bruce go?
Bruce is behind you. He's taken in the
Oh, I
scene as
see.
well.
Oh, he's hidden by Kai. Okay. I'm gonna try to kind of just rush forward past these stats.
A little bit laggy here.
I'm gonna
Oh.
dash past the statues.
Okay. Yeah, nothing appears to happen. You walk through them, and you note that there's room for one statue right here in the gap that you pass through. And roughly the frogs and the bears are the same size. Roughly.
Do you guys see any other statues? Maybe a different kind of animal around here?
Let's find out. Bruce, what would you like to do?
Let's get some eyes on this thing. I'll come up to it. Then I'll look around the foresty side. It just ends in a wall there?
Yeah, it's more or less like a habitat that's almost as though like a condensed garden almost that's specifically for the forests. Whereas on the opposite side, it's like a condensed swamp area that is specifically for like crops that you would find in the swamp, i.e. like fungi.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll be looking for a hidden statue.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Area. Investigation.
While there's no other statues in the immediate area, and you have a good idea of like the entire room that you're in, it seems as though that there's like the fungi illuminated as well as some of the forest and fauna just reflect light. But there's no statues. You do note that there is a tree stump that Alonso is approaching, but it seems as though these statues were meant to be moved, and there must be like some kind of order to it.
Okay. Would I have any more actions to try to lift one, or just searching my?
Searching more or less costs you that, but we'll come
Okay.
back to you. So yeah, Kai, what would you like to do?
I'll approach one of the frog statues and attempt to move it.
Okay, make a investigation check as you approach, and ideally you want to move it, and so you get the sense that there might be something to it. And so from what you can tell is that if you were to move a statue, it seems as though it can't leave this horizontal line, and it must be moved into an empty space.
Can I pick it up, or can it only be dragged?
It is pick-upable, but it must be moved to an empty space, and it must be within 2 spaces.
Can I, okay, so I pick it up, and then does it not leave the horizontal line here?
Right. So which one are you picking up? How about that question?
So this one here,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll move it here, but I guess I'm just kind of wondering, like, if I were to go, like, just outside of the line, can I go outside of the line?
So you cannot go outside of the lines, and each statue can only move forward in the direction it is currently facing. And so they cannot move into an occupied space, and they can move 1 space ordinarily, or 2 spaces by jumping over a statue.
Okay.
And so we are going to take our break, but the fun thing is you all get to attempt play this puzzle to understand it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I figured it out.
But there's a specific order, so please be practiced. We'll be back at 8:45. Okay, so you're all looking upon this puzzle, and you glimpse that there's a method to the madness in terms of moving these statues. And so how we're going to play this is each one of you in initiative order can make a move. And
Oh, geez.
each one of you has your reaction to help another player. So that's once per turn. So 1 reaction per initiative. So there's, 4 turns in a round. So each of you have 1 reaction per those 4. Does that make sense? Is anyone confused?
Got it.
Okay. So let's cue the fun music. All right. So Salvatore, you're up first. What are you doing?
Salvatore is going to move the frog next to the open space into the open space.
Okay, very well. Alonso, what would you like to do?
Would like to move the bear on the left, hop it over to the right.
Very good. Bruce.
Oh shit, sorry, I was in my video settings. I still can't hear the music. I would like to lift this bear and place it to the right.
Sounds good. Kai.
I would like to lift this frog here and place it in the empty space.
Very good. Salvatore.
I'm going to take the next frog and place it over the bear into the empty space on the opposite side of the bear. Right?
Okay, so you're leapfrogging the bear, correct?
No, the frog over the bear.
Right, so like that?
Yeah.
Very good. Alonso.
I'm gonna move the end frog down 1.
Yeah, very good. Bruce.
I want to suplex this bear into the last slot.
All right, sounds good. I had moved all the tokens around, so if anybody's like bugging, let me know. I can refresh it. But yeah, very good. Kai.
I'm going to move this bear here to that spot there.
Very good. Salvatore.
Okay, I'm going to I'm going to move the bear on the left over that frog there.
Right there. Yeah, very good.
Ribbit.
Ribbit. Leap bear, as they call it. Alonso.
I guess the only thing left to do is far left frog to the left.
Yep. Look diagonal, you son of a... Bruce.
I would like to move the center frog and leapfrog to the left.
Like that? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Kai.
I'm going to move the last frog and leapfrog the bear.
Okay. Interesting choice. All right, Salvatore.
Wait.
I'm going to move
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's trying to fake you out.
I'm going to move the bear from the center of that frog there over to the right.
Okay. Very good. Alonso?
Bear over frog.
Bear of a frog. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Bruce.
Game win.
I want to ultra mega suplex this frog.
Bruce is just slowly turning into a wrestler.
Ooh,
Well,
yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother. Well, that was fun. So music begins to play.
Yeah, you need to fix this.
Wait, can anybody else hear the music?
I think
heard the last
everybody
music.
can.
I got
but-
no music, no sir.
Now I hear it.
There it
Now-
is.
Yeah,
hear
now I hear it.
Yeah, so all of the statues begin to sprout flowers, and the scent of blooming flowers strikes you, and grass begins to spread underneath all of them.
Holy shit.
And before long, the humid swamp and the forest themselves are gone, leaving a pleasant meadow. And it seems as though the transformation of these ecosystems coming together in harmony is complete. The stump in front of you begins to creak and crack as it grows into a squat yet beautiful stalwart oak tree. And you notice that there is a hole inside of the tree itself.
Looks like we're about to enter a tree.
I wanna fuck that tree.
Well, that's what I meant by enter.
DJ record scratch? The tree shrivels.
No.
Sure.
I shrivel.
But
Did it
inside, inside of the tree itself, there's a bag of potassium dichromate.
Cyanide?
What?
What?
Sounds like gold.
Sounds like some Laszlo stuff.
Uncle races over and grabs the potassium. I love bananas.
Banana
But
bags.
also, there's a jar of tree sap and a +1 rapier.
Ooh.
Guys, I really like these the type of weapons. May I please have the +1 rapier?
Doesn't look like
I'm
it's
thinking
made
about
for
taking up
anybody else.
swordplay.
Yeah, we all like hold up our weapons.
Oh, as you say, you like to take up swordplay. I throw you my rapier, and I grab the +1.
Here you go.
Well, there's a couple other things. There's some tree
exciting.
sap. Yeah, a jar of tree sap. So that would be like an alchemical item. And it seems as though this rapier is coated. Well, make an alchemical supplies check, Salvatore, as you're holding it in your hands.
Ooh. Okay. Go to my alchemical supplies, which I always have on me.
Yeah, it's like sticky. And so as you're waving it around, it's like making these weird sounds. Like not like a normal rapier where it's like, it's more like,
It really is a nice grip in your hand. It's like it does not want to let go.
You're like open palming it. It's stuck in it.
yeah. He goes to put it in his sheath or however that hole in his belt where it slides into, and then it just doesn't go in. Like it doesn't stay.
Oh man. Well, I guess I'll hold it.
But for reference, it's already coated with this sap, but also the potassium compound is also layered into the sap itself. And so I would like everyone to make an Arcana check. I guess it would be Arcana. It's like a chemical.
Nature?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It could be either, but I'm leaning more towards Arcana. So this compound would specifically damage like an elemental of a particular like element. So in theory, like if you were to use this bag of potassium dicarbonate, it can destroy pure air elementals. It kind of like creates this implosion.
Ooh.
Can I dip my knuckles in it like that scene from Hot Shots Part 2?
Yeah. Combining the sap and the potassium dicarbonate, this is basically Laszlo in the back of your minds. You know, he's giving you the spiel. Yes, yeah, you can do it. Always great when he's not here.
Last is our Senku.
Nice.
So hold on, are your knuckles gonna blow up when you punch stuff? I don't know if you want to do that, Bruce.
I hope so.
All right.
Only air elementals, though, right?
Oh,
It specifically damages air elementals the most.
Well, maybe we should go take a flight after we get out of the ground here.
Are we just looking for fights now?
I mean, what else have we been doing? Ever since I met you guys, I've gotten in a lot of fights.
This is
Yeah, but
true.
I don't think that we're necessarily looking for fights.
I'm pretty sure that's how we met.
Not looking for that.
Out of character, Dylan, did you ever tell us about the elemental you meant on the airship?
I did not know.
Okay.
It was a Genasi 2 for Kai's reference.
Mm-mm.
Right.
What's up with this little tree here with the door in it?
That's for flavor.
Okay.
You can knock on it though, for flavor.
I knock for flavor.
Yeah, you get the sense that it tastes like oak, maybe like a hint of like you.
Wait,
Ha 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 ha.
I knock on
Flavor
it.
joke. He said, you said for flavor.
Yeah, it's for flavor,
Oh.
dude.
A flavor joke.
For flavor.
It's got a little hickory tint to it.
It took me a second too.
People don't know this about bats, but their taste buds are in their knuckles.
It's the one superpower nobody asked for.
Salvatore swishes his rapier around a few times and attempts to sheath it again unsuccessfully, and then he goes, "There is another door to the east."
Yeah, and as he points with it, a line of sap just like streaks off in that direction.
A little slimy.
Wait, switch that thing
like-
back and forth again real quick.
I'd like to go to the corner of the room with the mushrooms and see if there's anything of interest over there before we leave.
Sure, go ahead and make a nature's check.
I'm trying to time up my shadow boxing with the from his rapier.
Oh, almost a 17.
Sounds really cool.
So there's plenty of resources should you be an alchemical person.
Well, too bad these aren't of use to me, and I will not be given any fucks for my party, so I will not collect any.
You hear Laszlo screaming in the back of your mind. Would anybody like to collect the plants for Laszlo?
I'll collect some plants for Laszlo.
Okay, make 2 nature checks, please.
Nature.
Ooh.
Very good, very good. So, and I'll put these next to your character. You find an uncommon curative regent.
Ooh.
And you find an uncommon poisonous regent. And you find a common curative regent.
Here's some pretty flowers I'm sure Laszlo will like.
Pretty
You're
flowers.
so nice guy. You're so nice guy.
He's always
Okay.
looking for pretty flowers, right?
Yeah, to poison people with.
Something like that.
All right. What would you like to do? It seems as though this room has been cleared out.
Oh,
Looks
on
like
to the
we're-
next one. Back to Ride the Lightning.
Ride the lightning again. Let's
Salvatore, where was that other door you were talking about?
Ooh, yeah. Salvatore will lead them to the safe space just outside this door and direct them towards where the next door is. But he says that there's dwarvish on there and the transporting circle. So Alonso will need to be the one to read those.
Okay.
Try saying earthquake.
Why would I say earthquake?
Well, it
Well-
seems to be popular.
Yeah, do we all move in the lightning before it
Yeah,
strikes?
more or less you guys have handled that, and you're aware of the timing, so there's no problem there. So, yeah, you reach this safe spot that Salvatore points out, and it definitely seems as though it's an inactive teleportation kind of activation. Like, something needs to happen in order for these runes to activate, as well as, teleport you. But it seems as though standing on them one by one, an individual would seemingly be in the center of them. Oof, you're teleported. Teleported!
Ooh. All right, Alonso. Say your special magic dwarvy words.
I don't know any special magic dwarvy words. Am I supposed to? Is that door locked?
Earthquake, say earthquake again.
Oh, earthquake.
The door opens before even reading the inscription on it.
Nailed it.
Jeez.
I told you, you knew the magic dwarvy words.
My whole understanding of puzzle system is thrown out the window.
Yeah, he just shouted earthquake at the door before reading it. Love it.
And we wait for the lightning strike, and then we move.
Yep, go ahead and make your way into this room.
I think I'm stuck on a wall.
Well, too bad.
Help
Reroll
me.
it, make a new character. Alright, so you find yourself in an empty room, but it's not so much empty as it is surrounded by these airy mists about you. And while lightning arcs around you, seemingly from all these crystals embedded in the wall, every wall has a crystal of this nature. And it seems as though lightning sporadically bursts from it and then is absorbed into another one. It kind of like arcs across each wall, just bouncing back and forth, illuminating everything you see here. And each of these giant floating crystals happens to have a letter inscribed on it. And they're all in Dwarvish, but you can, with Alonso's help, understand that each of them represent a letter, a character in the Dwarven alphabet.
I think Earth has something to do here.
You do
Yeah,
also
my
note
Russian's
that
big.
there's a pan flute right here.
Is it really that big?
It is ginormous. It is normal sized.
Mhm.
It is, it is a normally ginormous pan flute.
Does any of us have
Anybody,
proficiency with music?
I can't play an instrument.
I can only play a guitar, but I might have some musical inclination towards other instruments. Maybe.
You definitely know like theory.
Yeah, scales.
We believe you can learn the notes.
I'll give it a shot. I pick up the pan flute.
Okay. And so, while he's picking it up and he strolls over to it, you also note that there's 4 pillars inside the area, and they seem to extend into the ceiling, but you can't see the top of the ceiling. It seems as though that the mists that have been coalescing around you this entire time, they extend also upward. So it's more or less like you're covered in fog, and you were feeling out these giant runestones as a group.
Man, this shit's really intense. I just kind of blow into the pan flute. Just, ooh.
Okay.
Can you tell the key?
So make a history check. Yeah, for music theory, why not? So yeah, you played the letter. This one. It seems to vibrate as you play it. That one singular note. This letter vibrates. And that was the shortest tube on the pan flute. So you played literally the highest note possible, and it vibrated this specific rune.
Alonso, yell earthquake again. I think
You hear you hear victory music begin to play as he yells earthquake into the air. No.
A door somewhere opens.
Yeah.
I suspect maybe you have to play the notes in a particular order.
Just try to spell Earth.
But there's two T's.
Oh shit.
Maybe you should ignore some of the T's.
I don't think it works like that, man.
So you do note, and this is everybody making a perception or investigation check.
I hope I'm better at perception.
Ooh.
Not good.
We
So
don't know shit.
Salvatore, you being close enough to the smallest runestone, the one that started vibrating, you noted that it could be pushed or pulled, whereas you had touched other floating crystals in the area, and they seemed to be, well, kind of like stagnant, magnetized to where whatever they were in terms of location. And Alonso, one thing you noted is that, well, in your hand, you're holding this pan flute, and there's 7 tubes. And so far, you've only played into the smallest of the tubes.
I go down at like a piano, like strumming my fingers across the piano, like
Yep,
down
so it
the
goes-
whole thing.
And so you look about, and all of the crystals go.
That was cool.
Salvatore explains to the rest of the crew that he can move this one. Look, guys, it moves.
Does it?
Ooh.
What does it feel like when he plays it and you touch it?
I don't know. Try playing it again.
Play it while he's touching it. Gosh, I keep pressing 1 on accident.
Jesus Christ, man!
I play it while
Put
he's
it down.
touching
Put it. And so yeah, you play the same note, the highest of the tubes, so basically the shortest flute, and you play it and it begins to vibrate. And so Salvatore, he with his paw on it, he'll begin to push it and it moves in 3D space here. So XYZ. Like he can move it in whatever direction so long as Alonso is playing the note on the pan flute.
Can I get eyes on the pillars? Is there anything like any markings on them or like slits, things like that?
Make an investigation check. There's 4 of them. There's one in each corner of this.
Greatest detective.
So one thing you do note is that there are like claw marks, it seems, near the top.
Near the top.
Mm-hmm.
Is my cat up there?
How big?
No, but your cat is with you. If you choose to send him up there.
How big are the claws?
The claws themselves, about the size of your hand,
like a human-sized hand.
roughly.
Okay.
A hand strong enough to carve through stone, though. So.
Yeah, but maybe that it won't be bigger than anything else we fought so far.
Very true. Salvatore would like just to look for an area where these crystals should go to rest if we were going to try, let's say, solve a puzzle or something.
Sure, make a perception check. It's very misty around you all, so it's hard to discern like locations, at least in the immediate area. But you get the idea that there's enough room in the center or along one of these walls. But to have all of the crystals lined up to each other, yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it like in a corner, for example.
Okay. Salvatore would like to just suggest that we go with the same theme that's been going on before and try to spell Earth out.
Yeah, I'll push E.
I'll push A.
I'll push the R.
Okay. And so Alonso's playing this pan flute solo. That sounds terrible because it's just notes in a random order. And so E-Arth, E-Arth, or E-Arth, and you move aside the 2 extra letters. And so you move them into place, spelling out Earth. But nothing seems to happen.
Son of a bitch.
Even when I play them in that order?
Nope, nothing. You go.
Are there any patterns on the walls themselves?
Make a perception check. Well, I mean, you see these crystals that arc the lightning, giving you enough light to see around you. And you see that there was the pedestal where the pan flute was lying. And up above, all you see are misty clouds. But your cat kind of like perks up.
I did it as my cat on that.
Yeah, your cat perks up. And then it's like a beagle, she points upward.
I'll take another torch. I want to light a torch and just throw it up in the air as high as I can.
Okay. Sure. Are you just tossing it up? Are you throwing it? Like
I'm like underhand, just trying to get as good of a vertical as I can, just to get as much light up as high as possible.
I got a funny image of Alonso like skeet shooting the torch when he throws it up there, like out of instinct. Would
you like to?
Kinda. Like, I mean, it feels on brand.
Just wait till I see something first, or don't.
No, it's like when it gets to its highest point, like I feel like it would like startle me, and I'd like just pull mine,
So make an athletics check.
Athletics. I'm good at these.
As you ignite this torch and you just kind of rev it up and you underhand toss it up into the air, you all note as it, before it starts to fall, that there's two shadows that seem to be perched on top of these pillars. And they begin to stir.
Oh,
shit.
what did you do that for,
Quick.
Bruce?
Play a soothing song.
Does anybody do anything?
I'll ready myself if I see anything coming down.
I'm gonna try to organize the words into hearts.
Heart.
Nope. All right.
Unfortunately. Here, I'll even... Hearts. Nope.
Key arts.
There's a T that feels left out.
What
We
about
can
some dwarven word?
spell threats. Is the only word I can spell.
Oh.
Threats. Ooh, that's good.
Threats. That's scary.
Do you want to spell it?
Yeah.
We'll try to spell threats.
Okay.
I just got chills though.
They're multiplying.
And I'm losing control.
And so Alonso, with this eerie foreboding song, goes... And it takes a moment, but you watch as all of the crystals, they blink Simon Says style in unison to these notes. And as soon as the last letter begins to vibrate, it begins to grow more and more severe, creating this high-pitched whine that reaches a frequency outside of your human hearing, and it agitates these shadows that fall upon you. All right, everybody go ahead and re-roll initiative.
It totally didn't bother me, though.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit those.
Ooh, wow. Do I have DM's inspiration from remembering the story from last time?
Nope.
Shadow piece.
Okay, and so you hear this stirring that begins to get louder and louder, and Kai, you're the first one to react. What would you like to do? You don't see them, but you hear them. Whatever they are.
I am going to cast Moonbeam on nothing in particular right now.
Okay, so this giant beam of light just begins to emanate, and wherever you choose.
I'll just cast it kind of off by the crystals for now. Not hitting anybody.
Okay, sounds good. It begins, you see that this glow begins to burst through these crystals, kind of refracting in different patterns. It's almost as though there's a disco light in the room with you.
I think
Bruce.
I've coincidentally only casted this when there's crystals around.
That's true.
How tall do the pillars go? Or let me ask you this. When I threw the light, how high up did it seem that the creatures were?
Let's see. Roughly 25 feet, 30 feet.
I want to run up to this pedestal where the flute was and jump on it and use it as leverage to launch myself and try to get up on the pillar.
Okay, the pillars themselves do not have a platform. It's more or less like inserted into the top. And you did notice that from the torches.
Wait, did the pillars keep going into like all the way up into the darkness?
Yeah, they literally touched the ceiling. Yep.
Oh fuck. Okay. Then I'll do the same, but just like bear hug it, I guess.
Okay.
Try to hold myself up there.
Yeah, so you basically grab onto the pillar and you toss yourself like upward up to the top as far as top as you can get. Is that the idea?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully
Yeah.
Swinging range.
As an athlete, what do you get like for your climbing?
Climbing doesn't cost me extra movement. I don't have a climbing speed, which is important, but it doesn't cost me like it doesn't count as difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So go ahead and give us an athletics check. for the whole maneuver as well as like holding on while you're up there.
Fuck yes.
Oh yeah, no problem. You basically get that running start off of one of these pillars and you leap into the air, into the mist themselves, and you come face to face with this entity that you can't even see its entire features because of how misty and shadowy it is, but you can see this tongue begin to, and it begins to kind of lick at the air, and it even tries to touch you. But you're too quick for it, and so you slap it right out of the air before it hits you, and it hisses, and it will lash out at you. Your token went invisible. 1 sec. Where'd he go? All right. Well, for your reference, you're basically near the top here.
Okay.
All right, Salvatore.
Salvatore's going to go ahead and ignite his Rite of Flame onto his new +1 rapier.
Mm-mm.
And the sap begins to burn off of it.
And I guess. Oh, am I able to do this turn? Okay, so that's like a okay. And he'll go ahead and like ready himself for the first thing to be within range of him.
Okay. Would you like to move anywhere? You also have a climbing speed as a tabaxi.
I'll climb a little bit up. Let's say my full body length, like about 6 feet up, and be ready to pounce on the first thing that like comes into view.
Okay. This is where your token is now. Are you going the same pillar?
Yeah, off of that pillar.
Okay. Yeah, and just for your reference, you're 6 feet off the ground. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one of these entities is going to slither directly in front of you. And here's what he looks like. He's a little tiny lizard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Aw.
Cute.
And so what he'll do is try to constrict you. And he wraps his tongue around you. Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
And then from the rest of the shadow, his entire mass, a medium size, more or less your same size, begins to come out of the shadows and wrap itself around your entire torso. And yeah, you make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Was that me or Salvatore?
That's for you, Bruce.
Oh, fuck.
I'm
Dex
critting
save.
a lot
Oh, no,
with these monsters.
I'm okay with dex saves. Oh, never mind.
All right, and so you are currently grappled.
Oh.
Where is it? There it is.
Ugh.
So, just checking, see if I can do anything else. Oh yeah, I get to bite you now. Chomp chomp, and because you're grappled, I believe that gives me advantage.
So the little one has its tongue around
no,
my
it
neck,
doesn't.
and the big one is around my body?
It's basically the same target. Basically, this entity wraps its tongue around you, just kind of as a means of distraction. And as you're looking at it and you're swatting away its tongue, its body comes out of the mist itself and actually wraps itself around you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Not to give more reasons to knock Bruce out, but just make sure that their attack doesn't say that it the grapple gives restrained.
Yeah, the target is restrained until this grapple ends. So he does have advantage.
Fuck.
Yep, so that was 24 to hit. And yeah, that's already high enough. So that's 4 piercing damage. Go ahead and give us a strength throw, too.
He's like, I'm not going to crit on Bruce again.
Yeah, you're like, you can have it. Great, so you succeeded on the strength throw. And so as he bites into you, you feel this tension in your shoulder where he just left out these gashes, these tooth marks, but nothing seems to happen as it seems to sear just for a split second. Another target is going to slither down, and it's going to immediately go for this cat.
No.
It's going to bite at him. Whoops, only once. Oh, wow. Apparently your cat is too agile as it just jumps out of the way in the nick of time, wrapping itself around your
Nice.
shoulders, Kai.
Thank God.
However, it does get a constrict still, so it's going to go for you now, Kai, because that's where the cat went. So he's going to try and constrict you. 19.
Oh, he gets it.
Yeah, and so you are also grappled and restrained. Alonso, it's now your turn.
All right, probably in the midst of combat, not recognizing that Bruce took significantly more damage than Kai did from getting wrapped up, I would help Kai out first. I'm gonna step to the side a little bit. Oh, I was looking at Salvatore, not Kai. Sorry, I moved the wrong way. Oh, I couldn't move. Anywhere.
Oh, and I lost concentration.
I'm not able to move anywhere.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, Kai's there, so I actually didn't need to go anywhere. I'm going to take my hammer out. Well, I already had it out, I guess, from trying to whack that lightning rod, and just slinging at the snake, wrapping up Kai.
Okay, sounds good.
Wait, I think I lost a significant amount of
Dang.
health.
Yeah,
that a
I'll
hit?
double check. I might have hit the wrong button. 13 hits, just barely.
Oh,
Listen.
nice.
Yeah, 9 fire damage there.
Oh, I forgot to do my. Okay, so now, bonus action. I'm gonna planar warrior it, and then take a second attack.
All right, so yeah, that planar warrior, you tap into the earth itself as this target wraps itself around Kai. It's still touching the ground, and as it does so, you get that brief moment of singularity, that ideal hit point where you can strike, and your hammer revs up, and this time with a nail, and it pierces straight through its skin.
Nice. That'll be my turn.
Also, for the record, I don't think you can break your attack action with a bonus action. But
You can break your attack up however you want, actually.
so you can do
I will.
attack, bonus action, attack.
Yeah. Let me double check on that. But from what I remember, it's
just curious.
It might be, but you can attack and then move and then attack. You might be right on that. It might be attack, move, then attack is what I was thinking. But
Yeah, so just double checking for you, Bruce, on how much damage you took. It was 17 from the constrict, and then it was 4 on top of that. So I think I'll just reset you back to full. And then we'll do 17 and 4. Yeah, you took a little bit too extra. So we're back to where you should be. So Kai, you are currently grappled and restrained.
Constraint.
Mhm.
Okay. I am going to cast Misty Step
Ooh.
to mist myself away from this situation.
Good on ya.
And I'm
then-
going to remove Naruto song from my playlist.
Why?
It did feel right. Great. So where are you heading?
I'm going to I'm thinking. I'm teleporting very quickly. Just over by. I'm going to go over here by the door. That was difficult. The squares are a lot bigger than I'm expecting them to be. Yeah, just on the other side of Salvatore here. And then
Okay, so just in the corner there.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna lob a little ball of fire, but I miss.
Unfortunately, with the mist itself, as you coalesce into a mist, you look directly behind you just for a split second, taking your eyes off of this entity. You have no idea what kind of creature this is, and so as you reappear, you lob a fireball at it, and it just slithers out of the way.
And then I call Makani back to me. I go, pss, 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 pss.
It's so scared of this giant, like, snake-like monster. All right, so that was your turn. Bruce, you're currently grappled and restrained.
How high in the air am I?
Roughly 25 feet.
Okay. I would like to try. This whole thing's body is around me.
Yeah, it's like a giant snake with arms. And so it's like grasping you firmly.
I want to willingly let go and fall to the ground with this thing wrapped around me.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, because you're completely engulfed on this pillar, you immediately begin to fall. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, which I think you automatically fail because you're restrained.
It's disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a disadvantage one, and he'll do the same.
You can go ahead and take off that force damage from the planar warrior because I can.
I gave it to you this time. Don't worry about it,
Okay.
Alonso.
All right. But
Uh,
it's movement. It's movement that can be
Yes.
done between attacks.
That was my first thought to him. But yeah, Bruce, you slam into the ground. He'll also make a dexterity saving throw. Ooh, and he fails, removing the grapple on you. And both of you take a whopping 3 bludgeoning damage
From the fall,
from the fall.
25 feet.
Yeah. Well, you were grappled,
Okay.
just for funsies. Salvatore! And now you are on the ground, Bruce. You can do anything if you like, by the way. Sorry, we'll come back to Salvatore.
I guess I'll try. Would I have an action or just a bonus action?
Let's see. You let go of this pillar. I'll give you an attack, sure.
Fuck yeah. Pound town. Splodow.
21 hits for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
As you wail into it, you basically give him an elbow as you stand back up.
Did that sticky stuff do anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, these don't appear to be elementals.
Aha.
But you do note that you left like a nice indent as your knuckles peeled right out of it.
I'm the one who grapples.
I'm the grapple guy. Salvatore.
It's my thing.
I did notice I didn't take my damage for Rite of Flame, so should I just roll that right now?
Oh, it was 5. I got you.
Okay. And I'm going to leap from my column to the one that was grappling Kai earlier
Sounds good.
and make a rapier attack.
And we'll add 1. That does hit. And we'll add 1 to the damage too. 11. Go ahead and roll your Rite of Flame damage.
Ooh. 6.
Nice.
That's nice.
And yeah, plus
And
an
then I get to-
additional 6. And yeah, attack
Yeah,
again. Go for it.
No.
That also hits.
Oh, nice. These guys are weak.
Yeah, go ahead and roll
then
your... Another one, yep.
Fuck yeah.
And this time, your second rapier strike goes straight through its skull, and it shrinks on top of your blade.
Mm-mm.
Defeated.
Ooh.
Pulls his rapier out.
And it's very sticky, now with sap and blood. And if you... Did you sheath it?
I pretended to. It's like at my waist.
Yeah. Well, you went to sheath it, and it's still stuck to your hand, so it like didn't even extinguish the flame either.
And then I turn my gaze towards the next opponent.
Very well. So this entity is going to wrap around Bruce, and instead of going for the grapple, this time it rears its head back, and it's going to let loose a lightning breath,
Oh, fuck.
What?
and it's going to hit Salvatore, Kai, Makani, and Bruce.
No. Oh my god.
So that's going to be a dexterity saving
That's
throw.
a really cool effect. That's a really cool looking effect. I stand there in awe. I'm like, wow, that's so fucking cool. Like, I think I'm fucking roasted.
Yeah, in this mist, Alonso, you watch as all of your friends are in the perfect line for this creature to rear back its head, and it lets loose this long line of lightning that arcs through all of them.
Makani!
Yeah, Makani dies. It just gets blasted against the wall.
I like to think Salvatore sidesteps and lets the lightning arc right past him towards Makani. And he's very upset that he let Makani die.
You do
will be
still
in
take half the damage as you jump out of the way just in the nick of time. However, the rest of you, I believe you take the full.
I think I made it.
Oh yeah, well, meets it beats it? Yeah,
Meets it
you
beats
took
it.
the half.
I'm unconscious.
So Bruce, in a typical session
Wouldn't be a
fashion,
without it.
yeah, falls unconscious.
Okay.
And
Should
so
we
with you
just let him
unconscious,
die?
it's going to climb up the pillar, and it's going to go back up into the mist. And it's going to try to stealth up there. More or less, you can still see
man.
its shadow.
I forgot the hunter's market. Shit.
Yeah, Alonso, your go.
I'd like to shoot it right above its shadow. Just try to aim for where, Yeah, shoot with disadvantage.
Disadvantage,
Or
please.
sorry, not shoot. Throw my hammer.
Go ahead. Disadvantage.
Control, right?
Yes.
Dang,
Nice.
y'all missed that crit, boy.
And so you toss up a couple nails, and as they're still floating in midair, you frisbee your hammer, and it hits it. And it lets loose the shriek as the hammer flies back in your hand. Go ahead and throw another attack, should you choose. A 12 misses, unfortunately.
Ooh, I was hoping that's how you envisioned it, was like nails and the hammer flying at the same time. Hell yeah.
All right, is that your go?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Do you get extra attack as a ranger?
Yeah, rangers get multi-attack. Level 5.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, we're now at Kai's go.
I'm going to bonus action waterlog my staff and
Okay.
throw my icy spear at the last place that I saw the thing, which was disadvantage, right?
Yeah, one more try here. That does still hit, and we'll take the lower of the two, so that's 7 damage as you crash it against the pillar itself, and you hear this shriek as it is coated in this chill. And then your spear pools down the pillar and then forms back into your hand.
That is my turn.
Okay. Bruce, you're unconscious. Make a death saving throw.
With pleasure.
You fail.
Fuck.
Salvatore.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Salvatore rushes towards the area where the spear was just thrown and accidentally went outside. Now he's back inside. And he's going to rapier with disadvantage.
You do not know where the target is. You'll have to climb. Because it's up in the air.
I'll climb.
Okay. So you have a climbing speed of 20. You can't quite reach the top, but there is a way you can. Do you remember what it is?
My feline agility?
That's the one! And so you're able to dash directly, like vertically up into the misty clouds. Go ahead and roll your attacks with disadvantage.
All right. And that's control?
Holding down control, yes.
16 hits.
16 does hit. You can roll the fire damage too.
And then I'm going to roll another one.
Yes, please.
Which hits.
Also hits, yeah.
With right damage.
So much happening.
Oh my god.
And so, as Salvatore sprints up, you watch as the shadow is pierced twice. And while no blood was seen in the mist, you watch as it drips into this pool as the body floats down like a feather. a defeated lizard. Combat's over.
Salvatore leaps down. It is done. And then the
Nice.
body falls behind him as he drops down.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I run over to Bruce and I give him. I take his. Would Bruce want me to take his potion and pour it into his throat? No,
We got Tide Pods.
Tide
Listen,
Pods
give me a Tide Pod. Come on.
Shove it
Shove one in
down.
his mouth.
I
yeah.
give everybody a Tide Pod when we after our long rest.
All right, go ahead and mark that accordingly in your
I had
inventory.
one?
No, not you. It's for Kai, and then I'll give everyone an individual Tide Pod.
Who wants to feed it to me?
Oh my god.
Stick it in his mouth.
I am the most gentle.
You gotta mush my cheek and my jaw.
I mush your face. Yeah. And then as he awakens, I say, "You did it! You defeated them!"
Oh, I knew it. I really got a good hit on that thing.
You did.
Yeah. I'm so tired.
Just rest. You did enough.
Oh, so minty.
Oh, yeah, you're talking with a mouthful, pretty much.
So minty.
And so, as these entities are defeated, and shortly after that note was played, this all happened in roughly like a dozen seconds. The pedestal where that flute was resting shatters, and it splits in two. And inside this large block
A stripper.
is are two tiny symbols. A stripper.
Oh, I thought you meant like monkey symbols.
Yeah, that
Oh my
the icon doesn't represent them, but yes, they're literally like two symbols you would have on your forefinger and thumb.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's the item if anybody wants to pick them up.
I'm getting some monastic.
Oh, that
vibes.
is legit the item.
Yeah, that is the item
Like
on the
little
pedestal.
Symbols, like,
Oh, cool.
Finger symbols.
I take.
Yeah, you pick them up.
That's
And
fun.
so, yeah, one
Symbols
thing
of
you'll
tiny thunder.
one thing you do note is that all the thunder strikes that you would hear in the background dissipate. They no longer are at those sporadic intervals of jing, 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 jing. Instead, you feel in the palm of your hands, Alonso, the jing, jing, jing. Should you choose to jing, jing, jing.
Oh, I jing, 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 and I can feel the thunderclap. I'm like, oh yeah, I can get used to this.
Mhm. And so, if you'd like to read them, it deals 1 point of thunder damage to all creatures in a 15-foot cone. 1 point of thunder damage. And that's relevant against a certain elemental type.
Interessante.
Mhm.
So, like,
Salvatore, what do you know about elementals and thunder damage?
I know they're evil.
I don't know what are you doing about this, and I aim it at them and with a cone and just like clap it.
okay,
I
they
pass out
all
again.
they all take 1 point of damage. It's literally unavoidable. So,
See, the thing is well, here I would say I don't. Alonso, I know, I get that. I'm sorry, I get that. Alonso doesn't recognize like I mean, I can read that and see what they do, but he doesn't know it's going to do like some damage to somebody. Like he's just like, oh yeah, they're
Right,
just really
yeah.
loud. Like
that's how we figured it out. That's how we figured it out, yeah.
I like look at him like, oh
Alright.
shit.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Bruce.
Okay. Nice.
Ooh.
Max healing there.
Ooh.
Salvatore's
Yeah.
like
Great.
all Salvatore's hairs are like standing on end, and there's like his whiskers are like arcing, and he's like looking at Alonso in like disgust.
Hey
Oh,
guys,
man,
I got it. I got the creature. I got him.
You did, my friend.
I hold my hands behind my back.
Can we take a breather here for a second?
like a 30-minute breather, hour breather.
Oh yeah, like an hour.
Yeah, I suppose I'm fine with that. How about y'all?
You sound tired. You're yawning.
Yeah, I mean, we could keep going. I could give you a potion. We got a couple potions here.
Oh, that's right. Oh shit, that's right. I forgot.
We're not in a huge rush. We're just trying to stop the earthquakes about to destroy the kingdom.
Right. I'll take a potion. It's either now or later, so.
Tasty.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Nice.
How are you
I'll
feeling,
take that.
Bruce?
Much better. It's
You know,
like,
I'm gonna.
you know that feeling though when you brush your teeth and then drink orange juice. It's kind of what I got going on.
I'm gonna have to talk to Kai about how I can maybe put some healing love on y'all, because I know I might be not be able to do it without touching you, but I can probably do something.
I promise. I'll be way better at this later on.
You're doing great.
It's just I'm trying really hard. I feel like I'm really coming into my own now.
Yeah, you'll get it, buddy. I'll start taking some blows for you, standing up front.
Yeah, we can go.
All right, so fuck that short rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Salvatore goes ahead and searches the beast's body for anything of value.
Sure. More or less, these entities look to be dissectable by someone who is skilled in medicine. You know, someone that would usually be with you at most times.
Mm-mm. Can Salvatore do his best?
Salvatore can certainly try. Make a medicine check.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh. Oh yeah.
And so I'll actually pull up a loot table, see what you get. You might get something nice. One moment, please. And who are you applying that potion of healing to? Okay.
Myself.
Myself.
I
Myself.
want my healing.
So you find, with that roll, a perfect Behir hide. So these monsters are called Behirs. And so this hide, in value, is worth 350 gold pieces.
Wow.
Salvatore takes it.
Yeah, so it's in pristine condition. Even with your rapier marks, they were so precise in your piercing that it is completely untainted and quite salvageable. Someone would pay top dollar for this hide.
Mm-mm. Very good. And with that, Salvatore says, "There's a portal. Perhaps we should check to see if it is active."
Portal.
Yeah, we checked it before we came into this room.
You want to check it again?
Hey, you know, we did some shit. Maybe perhaps it changed.
We did some shit.
Yeah.
We did some stuff. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Let's go.
Can I get my healing applied to me before I forget?
Oh, yes. Also, all of you can adjust your own healing if I do not do so. But for the record, I don't mind it. More or less because it helps me keep track of things too.
Salvatore is stuck in a wall, by the way.
Dad.
Dad!
And Kai, you get this longing feeling to pet a cat that was once resting on your shoulder not too long ago. He doesn't seem to be there.
Until next time.
And so, you watch as this portal begins to glow eerily.
Me.
I rub the runes.
It looks as though standing in the center of them activates the runes.
Alonso, you should stand in the center of them.
Oh,
I do
Salvatore interjects and says, "We should wait for Laszlo. Or at least see that he's done with his investigation."
Come on.
Yeah. Well, there was another hallway too. Remember?
Do we want to investigate the other hallway? Now
Maybe
that we
real-
don't have to worry
maybe
about the
real
light.
quick, because this might be a one-way portal. I don't wanna risk it.
We don't
The
know
portal-
what we'll see on the other way up.
The runes themselves do seem to be permanent.
Okay.
They're not fading.
They are not fading. And it seems to affect one person at a time, but it refreshes itself.
I want to go back and look real quick. I'm just gonna peek. I'm just gonna take a quick look.
All right.
I'm with you, Bruce.
And Salvatore will run to go get Laszlo.
I'm gonna stay on the teleport thing for a moment
Okay.
by myself.
Hide behind the
I'm
corner
gonna
and then
start,
you can
start
use
clapping the
light.
cymbals.
Are you in the center of the teleportation?
Yes.
Okay. Then you are currently teleported, and we will come back to you. However, Salvatore, you note that there are two doors here. Bruce, you note there's a door over here. And yeah, Kai, there's also... Basically, if everybody wants to pick a door, you can.
Wait,
Oh, and
Salvatore.
you're no.
Door
Salvatore,
1, 2, or 3.
Did Salvatore forget how to leave?
No,
Leave?
wait. We should do this at the same time because of my hunch. Both these doors might be to the same room. So we'll open it at the same time, 1, 2, 3, and then if we see
Is there a
each other,
third? Is there a
We
third
know.
door for me to open?
Yeah, there's one over here. Whoops!
I wanna
You
do-
got a glimpse of what was in there. Don't
Okay,
worry
I'll
about
open
that.
it at the same time, guys.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
So you
let
see
me
all the
go
doors? Okay. Boom! Boom! Open! 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 Cha-ching! Cha-ching! All right. So we'll go left to right. So Salvatore, you walk into this nice area, and before you is a can, an empty can. This appears to be a bedroom, and from what you can tell, it has, well, I apologize. I want to make sure you're in the right room here.
As a nice armchair, 2 to be precise.
Yep. So this is more of a study, not a bedroom. And so it's a very sparsely decorated room. It opens easily. It's not locked. And so in front of you is a large carpet, as well as a bookcase and a burning fireplace. The fireplace is still active. And to your right, there's a desk, among other items that would be used for studying. In the far corner, there's also that are runes that are just kind of like scrawled upon the floor itself.
Salvatore would like to look for a book on elementals.
Sure, it would take you quite some time to look through all of those books, but go ahead and make us an investigation check.
Maybe I get lucky.
Yeah, how long would you spend looking through books?
A reasonable amount of time.
You fucking figure it out.
Not that long at all.
Yeah, you literally spend minutes upon minutes just tabbing through books, looking specifically for things on elementals. And most of the books are so philosophical in nature. There's a lot of just basic like chemistry, anatomy, more or less like an accurate library for a scholar. And so there's a little bit of everything on all subjects, and you don't really understand the organization that he's using. So you going through random books, like you're finding, well, nothing you're looking for.
Why doesn't everybody have a section on defeating elementals? It should be a basic subject in school. What are we teaching these kids?
And so we'll come to Bruce. So you step into this room.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see
A wall.
is a wall. Load this in sight. But yeah, you step through this doorway here, and you get a good idea. You can see those things, right? I'll remove the wall if it was in the way. And
Is
you
that
can
a
tell
solid
that
wall?
that is a
Just, like,
solid
behind
wall.
that thing?
Just for your reference, yeah. But before you is, well, it seems to be an apprentice's bedroom. And so there's a trunk near the bed that appears to have clothing and other necessities, but as you kind of like peer through it, I don't know if you're like actively searching. You don't see anything of value.
I would like to actively search. So I'll dig through I'll check under the bed, in the trunk, on this shelf.
Sure, make an investigation check. So as you look through this room, oh, you disconnected. There he is. So as you're looking through this trunk and under the bed, through the covers, literally tearing apart the pillows, feathers flying everywhere, the only thing of note you find are, well, books that appear to be about for children, like they're written for children, and it's about wizards and heroes and becoming someone that can like contribute to society through the form of a children's tale. And so these appear to be like inspiration of sorts for whoever sleeps in this room. However, yeah, there's really nothing of value here.
I look at the child's book and think about how I never had one. And I get a little choked up, and I'll put it back and leave.
Your tears splatter on the pages, but
I
you
didn't
wipe
say
them.
I cried.
You wipe them off before anybody notices. You peer and you see Salvatore frantically looking through books.
Going elementals.
There's nothing in there about the elementals.
Wait,
Meanwhile,
what do you
Kai.
want?
Oh yeah. Did you want to say something to Salvatore?
I could help.
You wish to defeat the elementals as well?
I mean, we're kind of in it together. I think all of our business is each other's at this point.
Please help me. I am not as I'm not as litigious as you might think. I don't read that often.
That's a good word.
Very nice. All right, we'll come back to you two. But Kai, you walk through this doorway, and the first thing you see are trunks upon, well, storage, more or less things that are used for alchemy, and well, they're very mundane. It's nothing really of value. But you find yourself in what appears to be a very comfortable living area, and this appears to be the sage's bedroom at first glance.
Judging by how frivolous it is, we can tell this must be the sage. Are these crystals here against the bookshelf?
Make a perception check. So there's a crystal that has this faint glow that basically illuminates the room. You don't know how it works, but there appears to be like a nightstand that has objects on it.
Okay, what do I see on the nightstand?
So the nightstand, there are 4 bottles of some kind of liquid. They look to be in liquor bottles.
Do I presume them to be alcoholic?
Well, with the faint light, as well as your perception check, you have no idea what kind of liquid they are.
Okay. I'll take one for the heck of it.
You drink it?
No, just hang on to it.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Well, while it's in your hand, go ahead and give me a another investigation check. So instead of
Okay.
perception, as you're holding it up in the very dim light, you notice that these are
examining
potions of healing.
Oh, I will take them then.
And yeah, with the dim light itself, you don't understand how anyone could be enjoying their time in this type of study. At least trying to read all these books. There must be some kind of like arcane magic at work here, and that's not really your specialty. So you don't really understand how to work the lights in order to search better. So more or less you spend a little bit more time here, and you can't really find anything else of value. But you can add 4 potions of healing to your inventory, so I'll go ahead and put those in there.
I will take them.
All right, I went ahead and did that. So
Cool.
now we are going to find out what Alonso's doing. However, only Alonso is going to be able to see. So one moment. Nobody else will be able to see what you could see here. And so as you come through this teleporter, it seems to take you a minute for your body to reassemble itself. It's very Star Trek in nature, where it's like zzz, 3D printer, zzz, and it's very disorienting at first. But you note that this is well established in terms of like a teleporter, and this is used almost daily. So it's very well tuned and well adjusted for any man of shape and size. And well, you do understand that it was very quick at assembling your structure, so it seems as though a dwarf might have used this once before, maybe even recently. And so you come across, the same runes as the area you were in, but also 2 doorways. Can you see these?
I can, yes.
Okay. And so they're basically thresholds into different rooms. And go ahead and give me an insight check, Alonso. Yeah, you note that while you had already come through different rooms for different elements, i.e. the lightning, the thunder, as well as the earth and the nature, like these seem to have themes of their own. And should you go south, it seems to turn more fire in nature. And should you continue this direction to the west, it seems to be more water in nature.
I'm going to clap the cymbals again while standing in the center of the portal and see if I go back.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check. But the teleporter does still activate, yes. And you clink clink, and the teleporter does work. However, you understand that the symbols are just for flair, and you didn't need to do that. You just had to stand in the center just for a brief moment, and it began to activate.
Oh. Well,
That's not as fun.
yeah, I thought Alonso's like disappointed. He's like, oh wow, that was really special.
More or less, like it would prevent anybody else from going with you. I think logistically that might be a problem. So back in this area, you're welcome to find your friends too if you want to continue moving
Yeah, I
throughout.
didn't want to be alone. I just kind of wanted to see what would happen. But
Yeah. But no, I like the
I'll
idea
try
of
to
you.
find them.
Ching, 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 ching.
Right, I'm literally like that's honestly when there's nobody in like harm's reach, I'm gonna be doing that all the time.
Oh yeah, because it
So-
does do damage. So
But yeah, I'm just gonna try to find my friends and stick with them.
okay, sounds good.
Tell
So
them I
we're-
found a fiery, watery place.
Fiery and watery, so two different. So we're back over to Salvatore and Bruce. Salvatore, is there anything you'd like to do before Bruce walks in?
Yeah, Salvatore's just like frantically looking for anything on elementals and is failing. And Bruce bursts in and he's like, hey, how's it going?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for some sort of information to defeat my enemies, the elementals. Not Kai, of course. He's a good friend.
I'll look for. I remember King Bartholomew talking about weird magic that Norris was getting involved in, so I want to look for any sort of like occultist text or schools of magic that might be forbidden or things like that.
Yes. Anything to do with forbidden magic probably has to do with elementals.
Okay,
I might
so
be biased. I may be biased.
perhaps Bruce, go ahead and make an Arcana or investigation check. This is for the bookcase specifically. Salvatore, meanwhile, you can walk over elsewhere. I would say at this moment your flame is definitely out because you were reading books.
Okay. Salvatore would, like, while he's doing that, would investigate the fireplace.
Okay. And so, Bruce, you do.
Oh, fucking rune stones. I was like, where am I getting this +1? I have
Yeah.
10 ink.
Yeah, from your magic item from session 1. But overall, you're looking through all these bookcases, and you can't really find anything about cultists in general, but you do find that some of these books have a recurring theme, and that would be texts about studying the planes. So all different natures of planar magic and ways it can be incorporated into modern life, as well as just how it has this effect on runes and rune stones and crystals. And so there's a wealth of information here, but it would take way too long. And you can feel these vibrations in the earth as though things are getting worse and worse.
Nothing.
Ooh,
Too bad.
Can I investigate this fireplace real quick, though?
Yes, you may. And so I would like for you to make an investigation check, Mr. Salvatore.
Okay. Not a perception?
Nope. And so, as you're peering through this fireplace and you look above it, you do note that the fire itself is there. It's definitely a fireplace, and it is currently active. But you're acutely aware, because you yourself play with fire, that it's magical and it has no heat. And so your first instinct is to look up and inside the fireplace to see if there's anything hidden within. No, unfortunately not. But you are standing on this beautiful rug beneath you, and as your eyes come downward and look upon it, and it's nice silk threads, you see that it's quite a valuable rug.
Well, I'd be misplaced if this rug. It's not really doing much work here. I suppose we could roll it up and see if I could give. Maybe the poor would like the rug. I think this is a good justification for taking it.
You're really gonna give it to the poor?
Of course not. What are you talking about?
I mean, if you really want to lug that thing potentially into the plane of elementals, like,
I'm placing it in an area where it is best suited for me to take it when we leave.
you want to just stow it here?
I'll roll it up. Salvatore rolls the rug up.
All right.
Okay. You see the rug?
I can see
No.
something. It's kind of ruggy.
ruggish. It's rugged.
Oh, maybe that was just my tokens platform.
There's a very prominent looking book on this chair. That's about it.
So I can click and drag it. It's weird. The rug's like there, but it's not. You see it now?
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So yeah, this rug, it weighs about 15 pounds. So it's not really something you want to take with you unless you have like a bag of holding, but no one in your party has a bag of holding, right?
Doesn't Laszlo have a bag of holding?
That's the joke you're making.
I'm just gonna roll it up and I'm gonna drag it to when we leave. I'm assuming the direction that we'll leave at.
All right, go ahead and make a history check. As you've dealt with fine furs and threads before, you can maybe estimate how much value you could get of a rug of this nature. It is worth many gold pieces.
Hey. Salvatore likes the funnier things.
I don't condone this.
Bruce, this is for justice. It's for the children.
Sure.
So
if
what?
I find children along the way, I'm obviously giving them gold. If there is an orphan asking for gold, I'm definitely giving it to them.
What did you call me?
I'm an orphan too. Don't get on me with this shit.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
All right. And so it looks like you guys are leaving that. Oh, you're
Wait,
heading
I
back.
want to check this. I want to check this shelf before I go.
Oh, the book?
Oh, the bookcases?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, not the book on the chair?
There's many books.
Investigation. No.
No, unfortunately, you're peering through these books. These seem to be older copies and variations, probably like the past volumes and versions of encyclopedias and such that magic users would use or have accessible.
Got it. Not interested.
Yeah. It seems as though the more valuable books would be in the studies or in the bedrooms. And so Kai has finished ransacking this bedroom, the nicer of the two. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Kai?
No, I will meet back up with my friends who are searching the other rooms.
Sounds good. And yeah, Alonso is making his way back. There's no lightning, so you guys don't hear the thunder sounds. However, Alonso walking, it's jing jing, jing jing. And it's creating this sense of horror, as you all recall dashing through thunder once before.
How long did we spend in that library?
I'd say, yeah, it definitely took some time. We'll say 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
And that was for everybody.
At some point.
Yep. And so Alonso, you probably met them halfway at this point. And you're at this lightning rod,
Ooh.
and when you clap your cymbals,
Nice.
the thunder itself just arcs to that rod.
Thunder or lightning?
Well, it's thunder. It doesn't make lightning, but you can see the sound itself just kind of focus in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Careful with those things. You're scaring me.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. It's kind of cool though, right?
What did you find?
Oh, I actually went through that teleporter. I thought it was the symbols at first, but it turns out I just stood there alone for a minute and zip zap zally that way. I found some places that has a fire and water. Looks like this place is kind of elemental. I thought we were just in an elemental Earth area, but maybe that teleporter is taking us farther away from Deep Rock. I don't know, man.
We have to find Norris. But there's no other way to go in this place. We just checked it. It's clean.
Well, let's go to the portal then.
Sounds
I
like a
think
plan.
that's our last place to search.
Salvatore, what are you doing?
Let's go.
Salvatore's just going to go ahead and drag that rug over to an area when we leave. That's where we'll be passing through. And then he'll follow his friends.
Okay, sounds good. You basically leave it at that entrance, that first earthquake door, and you pat it gently against the corner, so it's it's a nice pristine shape, no problems.
I'll be back for you, my friend. Our mansion will be luxurious.
Very well. And so you're all taking the portal?
Not before the montage of Salvatore naked on the rug in front of a fireplace.
Oh. Bruce, how are you feeling?
I'm all right. I've been okay. I've been better, but I'm okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use another.
Pepe?
A pod, I think is.
A Pepe?
If we could get a short, we don't have to waste a potion.
Are we back?
Oh,
I'm
was
going
just saying-
to.
if we want to do a short rest, we don't have to waste the potion.
Oh,
It's up
I
to
already
you.
wasted a potion.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, you watch as Kai opens up his coat jacket, his trench coat, and inside he's got 4 nice, newly found bottles. Seems to be some kind of liquor, like a nice bottle of 40.
Drink this; it'll make all your pain go away.
I'm not gonna lie. I've drinking a lot of liquor in my day, and this is utter trash.
You do get the
Alright,
idea
that might
it'll numb the pain, though.
Medicinal.
I appreciate it.
Do you drink it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, was that the potion of healing, or is
Yeah,
or
so
is
you
this
chug it
separate?
and you restore health. Oops.
Bam, bam.
It hurts at first, but then you restore it back.
Yeah.
All right. That was to try and turn on the portal.
Yeah. It does, in fact, clap on. It actually sped up the portal process. And so you just immediately disappear. It looked like a magic trick, Kai. You're actually quite impressed.
Ooh. Alright. Faded it out.
That
And then,
sounds
And
so many
a
memories.
gentleman appears before me. Okay, I will also step on the center of the portal.
And you also fade away. Alonso, too?
Yep, I clap my cymbals before it
Yeah.
teleports me away.
Yeah. Chap, chap. Very nice. And Salvatore, you watch with horror that it was Alonso, the last one to step on it, and he clapped the cymbals.
And the symbols are gone. Like there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, there's no symbols. Only the portal.
To follow his friends, I guess he'll attempt to get on the portal. Oh wait, no, Salvatore's Laszlo's not here, right?
Nope. But you might have sent word for him, and perhaps he'll make his way here next week.
Okay, well, I guess with that in mind, he'll jump in the portal too.
Okay, yeah, you just stand on it, and nothing seems to happen. And then you fade away.
Oh, okay. You gave me a heart attack.
Yeah. All right, and that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
Yay.
GG.
Thank you, Elliot. That was
Mystery.
awesome.
Yeah,
That was
fun
fucking
puzzles.
awesome.